And just like that, with my last chapter review, I said that, is anyone thinking the pacing is kind of fast, to this chapter to where I feel like the mangaka just took me by the face and is like, fucking just slap me in the face. Because after seeing this chapter, the pacing, I'm liking it. I'm really liking this, because from what we see in this chapter, it seems like all the chefs that are participating in this Shokugeki is going to be having the focus of their battles. Like, for instance, we're going to get to see individual battles taking place in this arc, and we're going to get to see how it goes down, because, to do a brief, quick over-review, the battle's not done. Like, the first battle in this is not done. Like, you can kind of consider maybe it's only halfway done, because you just had it to where they did the knocking on the ingredient, and then they're about to cook it, and that's where the chapter ends. And so, I'm glad that each individual chefs are going to have their own battle probably shown, which leaves a lot of room to say that the pacing, I'm loving the pacing, because we're going to get to see each individual chef shine in this arc. So, pacing-wise, oh yeah, I feel like I got bitch slapped after last week's chapter. Remember what I said? And then this chapter? Okay, so, now that I said that, this chapter, these 10 shell chefs or whatever, they're not really, holding that hype as I expected. Like, I expected these chefs to be a little bit better, but they're not really seeming like they're the best compared to some of our chefs, which is kind of obvious, but still, I mean, the only one that really is looking kind of interesting is that monkey chef, the monkey mask chef, but besides that, it seems like all the others we should not really care much about. Well, care about, but, not really say that they're probably at that level as some of our chefs, because after seeing what we witnessed, like, one of the chefs, the chef that ran in to knock that ingredient, the leaf fish, I think that's the name of the fish, he went in and he couldn't adjust to his gravity at first. He's like, whoa, what is this, and all that, captures the ingredient. And then after that, you have it to where we don't really get to see how he knocks his ingredient. We don't get to see. He just has this huge freaking chef knife, and then that's it. We didn't get to see how he knocked it, but judging by the way he did it, it was so fast that nobody really even could tell how he got used to the gravity, which was from Area 5, which you gotta love that little shout out to Area 5's gravity. We're already getting some gravity stuff from Area 5. A lot of hype right there. A lot of hype. So, I'm liking how slowly we're getting a little bit of, I guess, foreshadowing to what we should expect from other areas of, the gourmet world. But for now, let's focus more into this chapter. So, the main premise of the chapter, very simple. It's pretty much starting the competition and getting to see two chefs 1v1 going at each other. And for the most part, it seems kind of like it's even. I'm not going to really say it's unbalanced, because we really didn't get to see Yuta's, perspective of what he did, for instance, how he knocked the fish. So I'm not going to say he had a challenge or did have a challenge. So I don't know at the moment, but for now, from the way we saw it, it looks like maybe the 10 shell restaurant chefs, they don't seem to be that much from what we've already seen demonstrated, but we'll see. Now, besides that, we have a warning from one of them, a warning that says, like, you shouldn't underestimate these human world chefs, because they are very good. If we don't give it our all, if we don't try our best, we will lose this, and we will be dragged down into the soul furnace, which this most likely is some form of foreshadowing from what we should expect if whoever loses this competition. For instance, we get to see a glimpse at the soul furnace come up and start, like, cooking the stadium or whatever, like, with the cooking and stuff. You see it pop up, and you see these souls and this slime gel shit come out with flames, and it looks creepy. It's an eerie way for that type of stuff to be introduced, and the way we got a glimpse at this, the way he said it in this chapter, is if you lose, you'll be dragged down into the soul furnace, so that's what you'll become a part of. So that's a cruel fate. I mean, if you got dragged into the soul furnace, I mean, you were burning alive inside of that like your soul was, I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that at all. But back on topic, though, the chapter, though, it's a very good chapter. I mean, I like the beginning part of it, because we kind of find out, like, the one dude, the monkey-faced chef, he seems to be not someone we should probably underestimate, because at first glance, it looked like he knew he was going to lose, because he was sinking and all that, like, he was sinking and shit, but the way that was done, it makes me assume this is the type of character that is probably going to be one of the strongest on their team, because he's not going to underestimate his opponent. He's going to go in and try his hardest, and then try to win. If I had to place my bets, I'm willing to bet some of our chefs are going to lose. I know for a fact some of them. I want to say maybe 3 or 2 are going to lose on our side, and then the rest are probably going to be defeated. Now, for now, though, from what I could see, if Chiyo came around, like if Chiyo was a part of this competition, I think you understand the meaning of that. It's just like, if she was, it's done. Because after seeing what we witnessed in this chapter, if Yuta can do something like that, Chiyo, she's, yeah. Oh yeah, we got to find out something about this, like, crab coffin. This crab coffin can actually spit out experimental ingredients, like these ingredients that are extinct, like these extinct ingredients that have disappeared for thousands and thousands of years. And I like that quite a bit, to see how some of these extinct ingredients that nobody's ever seen is going to be showcased. So this levels the playing field of our chefs in these upcoming matches, because nobody has seen these ingredients and nobody probably has prior information to what to expect from these ingredients. So the way to learn it, you have to have food luck and listen to the, you know, the spirits to understand what is going on and how to capture these certain ingredients. So I mean, the playing field at the moment is very balanced. I like that. So adding in the mix of extinct species into the, you know, knocking ingredients and preparations, it's definitely gonna add a very interesting mix to this chapter and these upcoming battles. And that's about it of this week's chapter of Toriko. So how do you feel about it? I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.